and the problem of Middle East must be solved including Gaza. Two-nation theory, two-nation plan should be implemented. These all you have to address the problem of the region, not country by country. So this is the solution of the problem. Otherwise, if it escalates, it will enter into danger zone.
Hello, viewers. I'm Arti Bali from TFI. Today, we are going to discuss the US has entered Israel war by dropping 30,000 pound bombs from B 2 stealth bombers on three uranium enrichment sites in Iran. And Iran is now threatening to give a military response to US. And also, it has also threatened to leave NPT, which is a landmark international agreement aimed at preventing the spread of nuclear weapons and promoting peaceful use of nuclear energy. Today, we have with us Dr. Zakir Hussein, who is an expert in Middle East affairs. As Trump announced that the US has launched precision airstrikes on three of Iran key nuclear facilities, Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan, and it described the mission as a spectacular military success. What do you think? What impact it will have on the global markets and on the global stage?
It depends on the response of Iran, how Iran is responding, and how the China and Russia are cooperating with Iran in that direction. Number one. Number second, that Iran is saying that it has multiple options on its table, and it is not deterred by America, uh, and it will equally and proportionately respond to it. And in that display, it has on the morning, it has uh, attacked Israel with a new missile, the most devastating one. And Iran is saying that it is going to hit the bases of America, and its parliament has passed the resolution to block Hormuz Strait, through which 20% of the world oil passes. And if 20% oil is short of supply, then there will be a massive crisis of energy in the world that will lead to inflation and unemployment, and the Indian Ocean will be disturbed, through which billions of dollars of trade passes transit to Europe and other locations. And the most hit countries will be the developing countries and the oil dependent countries, and particularly India, China, Japan, South Korea. These are mostly dependent on Gulf oil and gas. So a massive global cascading effects are likely to be there, and already the prices of oil has gone up by 12%. It's now $78 per barrel, and stock markets are shaking. On Monday, there will be a great decline in that, and the prices of gold has already gone up. Those massive cascading effects are expected, and now it depends how Iran is going to respond. Its resolution against Iran is pending, has been discussed in United Nations Security Council, and it has set the member countries to give their opinion to pass the resolution or whatever they want by the evening of Monday. So many things depend on the reaction of Iran.
Yeah. One more thing that Pakistan airspace has been used. So Islamic Ummah is it is against Islamic Ummah. So what do you think of this on the relations between Iran and Pakistan?
Islamic Ummah is not like that. Think over that. The very day when in Istanbul, the OIC member organized their meeting, and they passed resolution to stop all these things. But very night, this attack took place, and there has been no such statement except condemnation. All the countries have condemned, including Muslim countries, and Pakistan even voted in favor of Iran in UNSC in recent resolution. But but we look the dynamics of the region. It is very clear that the Gulf countries are not interested to side with Iran, particularly the rich countries Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar. They are already with their bases. There are around 25 to 18 bases of United States in the region, and most of the bases which are very heavily equipped are in these four countries: Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, and Kuwait. And around 40,000 forces of American forces are are there in these bases, but so far no country is ready to cooperate, not in any way, except passing the resolution and condemning it. So, as such, America so far has been successful to neutralize these Islamic countries, and even you can think that while Iran was attacked there, Iran the planning was there to attack Iran and all this, and Pakistan Field Marshal General Mushir was Munir Asim Munir was toasting with in Washington with President Trump, while Turkey is also the member of NATO countries, member of NATO, so its hands are also binded. So though I don't find that there will be any reaction from the Muslim countries, and second that Muslim countries don't have any military power except to Pakistan, and but if they can take other measures like calling back their ambassador from United States or Israel, they have not done even in Gaza war, which is more gruesome, which has been more gruesome and more debilitating. They have not taken such steps. So these presidents say that they are not going to do anything. Iran has to fight its own battle by itself.
Okay, what do you think that Iran will leave the NPT, or what? Because he is warning that the if US has attacked militarily on the nuclear sites, NPT does not is meaningless because it has failed
NPT came,
to.
yes, NPT came in 69, 68, and in 69, Iran joined NPT, which allows the member countries to enrich uranium and reprocess uranium for civilian purposes. And Iran started developing its nuclear program during Shah of Iran period, under the program of Atom for Peace, promoted by the U.S. president. And for the first research reactor came from America, and then France, then Canada, then Germany, all cooperated to develop the civil nuclear programs of Iran. And civil nuclear program, two things were main. Number one, generating energy. Second, that medical treatment, because nuclear isotopes are very important for cancer patient. Iran says that it has more than 50,000 cancer patients, and it was developing nuclear isotope to treat them. But after 90, Iran's motive changed, and again by coming there, they started doing all these things, and it was accused, and it took 20 years. And this is also surprising. In 20 years, for the last 20 years, Iran has been accused of misusing the nuclear fuel for developing military purposes, developing bombs, but it has not been successful. This is quite surprising. The country like Korea has developed within 1 year, Pakistan in 1 year, and many other rogue states are trying to like that. So in after when in 2015 Iran signed the JACPOA agreement, nuclear agreement with America, when Obama was president. But in 2018, Trump withdrew America from that nuclear agreement. Since then, Iran started speeded up its the process of enrichment, nuclear enrichment program, and it started establishing several other nuclear installation, which IAEA says that involved increasing the level from 3.67 to 60%, and now it is saying that it has capacity to produce 8 bombs, uh, and it has reached up to 80%, and from 80% to 90% is very short duration of time, within few weeks or whatever months it will take to develop. So this is the while Iran has never confessed that it is going to convert into military bases. That's why Iran is threatening that it is illegitimate attack, and it has violated the NPT, and it is going to leave NPT if Iran. And while IEA says that it is inspection is mandatory on Iran because it is a member of NPT. That's why IEA is going and inspecting Iranian nuclear establishments. So what here is the problem is that Iran says that you have violated the my sovereign right, which allowed by permitted by NPT. So what's use of living in that treaty when it is not respecting its own norms? Uh, but expert says if Iran leaves that NPT, it means that other country will also leave. More than 150 countries are the members. So NPT has become irrelevant. In fact, when America attacked like this, it should have taken a very legal way to do like this. So Iran may withdraw from that.
Moreover, Trump hasn't taken the approval of Congress. And number two, Iran, which is saying that they are planning to leave NPT, or they are warning to the world. So, what impact it will have? Is there a room for diplomacy still now?
Uh, Protests against Trump is also going on in Washington, in America, at a large scale. That is had not taken approval, but there are precedents when other presidents have also not taken approval. But this is a very transformative decision of President Trump attacking Iran, because what we find that the way now Trump administration is behaving is think that there is a no exit plan from this, from if Iran attacks and counter attacks and increases all attacks on its bases and blocks Hormuz and do damages. What Trump administration to do? It will further escalate the attacks, and if Iran continues on that basis, that then there will be crisis for America how to exit from the war. So it is a very crucial moment. What to think if Iran withdraws? What I said that if Iran withdraws from NPT, leaves NPT, it will set precedent for other countries to leave NPT. NPT will be redundant. Nobody is going. How one can going to control the nuclear proliferation in the world when NPT becomes redundant? Everywhere, America will go with force and crush them. This is a very collapse of international order system, which was controlling the system in that way that it should not harm the world peace and stability and humanity. So it is a dangerous trend. We have to understand the importance of international organizations as well as international rules and regulations set to control the world. So America has no plan, no vision how to handle if countries start leaving NPT. It is NPT which is putting binding, because nuclear energy is a hope of future. If you are not letting countries to develop nuclear peaceful nuclear program, civilian nuclear program, we have also signed 123 agreement civil nuclear program with America. Under that, we are developing our civil nuclear reactors to get energy and for medical treatment and for various purposes. Oil in Gulf desalination plants are they are planning for that. So oil has a limited shelf life. Oil one day or today or tomorrow, oil may not be used because may not in, but its use may be declining because of climate reason. So NPT is a clean source of energy. So if they sorry these reactors are clean source of uranium is a clean source of energy. If there is no NPT, how they are going to control the system order? It's a very crucial moment to decide. The world has to decide on this.
So, according to you, what role IAEA and UNSC can play to calm down the situation so that it may not create a wider war or something like that?
As the head of IEA, Mr. Rafael Grossi said that we are not a political body. We are a technical body of under United Nations too, and the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, head of the nuclear body, to inspect it, to regulate it, to provide suggestions and all. There are various articles in that, which empowers it to go to inspect and to vigil the nuclear plants of the member countries. And it says that it has no political role. What Grossi said that if we look the report, 21-page report, which is on Iranian nuclear facilities, in published on 30th May, it says it clearly underlines that Iran cannot develop nuclear weapon for now. It may take 3 years, but it has enough enriched fuel, uranium fuel, to develop 8 to 10 nuclear bombs. So nowhere it is telling that Iran is on the verge of developing, but it has enough enriched fuel. So here the decision has to be taken by the United Nations Security Council. What type of action should be taken? So what gives me an idea on, we all know that 25 years before ago, uh, in the United Nations, some resolution was taken against Iraq, and then Iraq war happened, and they found no weapon of mass destructions. So what is happening that international organizations are losing its importance, its fairness, its trustworthiness. This is not good for the future world.
So, what do you think of Iran's foreign minister saying the warmongering and lawless administration in Washington is solely and fully responsible for the dangerous consequences and far reaching implications of its act of aggression? And what do you think? How Iran
Yes,
is likely to respond?
Iran is preparing. The way Iran is standing on its feet, and it is showing a statement of Ayatollah Khamenei is grand leader, that we will not accept imposed peace. One, we will uh, America will be punished, and it is giving call to the people of the Iranian people to stand and fight against a repressive regime which has unnecessarily attacked on its country and sovereignty. So it shows that they are ready. And while the visit of Iranian foreign minister to Russia to meet President Putin, it also shows that Iran is not going to buckle down under the pressure of America under threat. So what we find that it is a very tough standoff between the two countries. Israel wants America to again enter again and attack. And recent the statement of Trump is that if this regime is not accepting to come back to talk, then it is better to change the regime. So what we find that the apprehension that the real motive is not the nuclear, but real motive is change the leadership in Iran. So that things Israel has multiple objectives against Iran, like nuclear weapon. Overall, America says it has successfully destroyed. So what's the use of now talking when it is destroyed? Second, Israel said that its missile, the capacity of missile which Iran has shown, has startled the entire world. So it can. They are telling that these missiles, once it can reach to Europe, it can reach to America if it tips with nuclear weapon of mass destruction. The second is this one. Third, there is a regime change. So these are multiple objectives are coming on the ground, and they are trying to press Iran. But Iran is standing is firmly on its ground, and it is continuously doing tit for tat, not escalating, but tit for tat.
So, do you think that the US and Israel will be able to achieve their goal of changing the regime in Iran?
It is very tough to say like that, because missiles, what their plan was that they should kill what they have done so far, destroy the nuclear plants. One, they have destroyed four nuclear plants: Fordow, Isfahan, Natanz, Busher, Iraq. They have targeted all these, and they have killed a number of their high level military and military men, personnel, scientists, and professors, and they were threatening to kill Ayatollah, the grand leader itself. But grand leader has appointed his three successors, one after other, who will succeed him. So what I think that these measures, missile attack and drone attack, are not sufficient to change the regime, because on Friday we saw. 100,000 people, 100,000 more than people are on the road and supporting the government. This is the war euphoria. We all know that during war euphoria, all the nation unites. So it is very tough to change the regime through ballistic missiles and all these things. For this, America has to put boots on the ground. Whether America is going to do again another Iraq in Iran, whether American economy is ready to bear that much of cost in Iraq. America suffered, lost $3 trillion and hundreds of soldiers, and that created a crisis in American economy. At present, America is not the America which it was in 25 years ago. Today,
Yes.
American economy has a debt of $35 trillion. Is $35 trillion, and dollar is being challenged by BRICS. All these things. These are the challenges, and we don't find any exit plan. What is the exit plan? How it is going out from this region?
Because US have has an enormous debt. Number one. Number two, they are also Trump has also said that Israel and Iran should come to the table. Otherwise, more strikes will be happening in Iran. So, what do you think? The US policy is to first economically hit so that their economy can be in a better place, and the entire nations should also suffer. What type of a policy they have?
Iran is living under sanctions since 1979, more than 45,
Yeah.
50 years. So its economy is already very low, and people are suffering under economy. Inflation is very high. 30% population is already below poverty. But Iran has managed its public through extensive subsidy system, providing fuels and all these as concessional rates. Smugglings were happening, but what will happen that after this war, if sanction continues, what will happen? That will be more serious challenge to the Iranian regime, Iranian government, how to maintain the balance. But right now it is a war time. America will not be able to mobilize public against Iranian government, especially those section which is hard line to the Islamic government, which fought during in 1979, and their children. Maybe some section which are liberal, which are youth, which are exploring their future and opportunities somewhere else, they may go against. But the grip of the system is very strong, and they may not come openly. So what I found that there has American and European countries have done a number of surveys, and they found that right now it is not possible to mobilize the public against the regime. The system, they were planning like that: first attack the regime through drones and all these things, second bombard so much that they may go down, then public may revolt. But this is not happening. So it is a long drawn battle. With the way Iran is ready, it shows that they are ready to for long drawn battle.
So, last question. What role Russia and China will play in this to pacify the situation? And as the Trump also has told that Iran and Israel should come to the table.
Iran says that I was on the table. I have not withdrawn. It is America which blew off the table of the talk. Why it put the sixth round of negotiation talk 2 days before, delayed 2 days, because it is Israel who did mistake by attacking in the middle of the talk. Number one. Number second, that America is requesting, the Mark Rubio has requested China to convince Iran to back down, and while Trump has talked to Putin to mediate and solve the problems, while the Russian Iranian foreign minister has visited to Putin, and tomorrow he will meet. So several things are going, but America is trying to do to control, manage the situation. But I feel that America does not have any exit plan how to stop this escalation. If Iran continues in its motive, in its plan of attacking the American bases, and right now what happens today, Houthis have fired missiles on Israel. If all the asymmetric forces, whatever they are left, and Houthis have threatened the American things in the sea to attack. If this happens, then the situation will be very critical. How America is going to manage the situation? It is very tough for America to continue in this war, because Trump, who came with the slogan that he will not fight war, rather he will end war in the world, and MAGA was there, make America great again, economically, politically, socially, militarily. But what is happening again? America is dragged into war, and if this war prolongs, and I foresee that this will prolong, and America does not have any exit plan, so again the world is going to plunge into a serious crisis. And this time, last time, what happened? Saudi Arabia and UAE were free to pump more oil, but this time Iran has threatened them: if you are going to pump more oil, if he blocks Strait of Hormuz, what will happen? Energy crisis will go up. The suffering will be particularly of developing countries too much, and our condition will be very vulnerable for our thing, for our country India. It is said that oil prices may go up to 120 rupee per liter. So this will be crisis. Our 8 million, 9 million people are living there. If war increases, how they will be evacuated in a short period of time? All the remittances of 35 to 40 billion will go. We are doing 184 billion dollar of trade with this region. So massive crisis for us is going to, we don't have shown, we find that how we are evacuating the people trapped in Iran. This is a tough time for us, expensive. Operation Sindhu is running there. So The world is not ready, prepared to see such a huge crisis coming on their head, which is the wrong decision, which was wrong decision of President Trump to attack. So without taking the world into confidence during Operation Thunderstorm, Bush administration took all the world into confidence. 36 countries, coalition of 36 countries joined against Iraq in 1990 against in Gulf War. This time America alone has done. The world sympathy and cooperation is already with Iran and with Gazan people. The world opinion is not with America. America is already facing the tariff and all these problems. So the popularity, the image, the rating of America is going down day by day, and they are telling that America has become the colony of Israel rather than rather the earlier the Israel was the colony of America. So who is running the White House? It is Netanyahu or Trump. This attack has opened a lot of questions. How the future world is going to play? Whether
If
it will
they
be ruled by the whether it will be ruled by military force or it will be ruled by some democratic international processes.
if Trump has no exit plan, so do you think that this war will be stretched and it will
Yes,
make a
there
bigger
is all
war,
magnitude.
and two great alliances will be set up? Great alliances of countries of one side supporting US,
Yeah, if
the
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
supporting
Yeah, this
and
there are chances. US Trump does not have any exit plan, and if it prolongs, it means that more countries are jumping into the battlefield. If Russia and China, for time being, thinking that this is not right time, good time to enter into the war, they are sitting and trying to pacify it. But if it is imposed and prolongs, and they are going to suffer economically or anyway, militarily or defense wise or economic wise, through, because most of the trade is taking 21st century is the century of maritime century, and trade is taking through sea routes. And if this Indian Ocean is disturbed, all the trade going to the west will be disturbed, and China will be facing a lot of problem because it's most of the half of the trade is passing through like this route. So this is a crisis. Had Trump taken a confidence of the world and negotiated thing, all these things, the situation would have been different. So what we find that it is a unilateral decision to attack Iran without taking the world into confidence, not even UNSC or IAEA. So this is the dictatorial form of Trump. This is a new form, new face of Trump. Earlier he was known as a transactional president. He will not do fight war. He will not. He will control war. He will not conduct any attack. All these things. But this is the reverse side. This is a different face of Trump. He has taken a very aggressive form, which consequences are very bad, just like tariff. He imposed tariff 10% to every country, even if it is small or big. What happened later on? He has to withdraw. He has signed agreement with China on which it has imposed 150% tariff. Now it is only 50%. So people think that Trump cannot digest this war, and Trump has to take some early measure. But if Iran stays maintains its position of aggressiveness, then situation will be very serious in the world. This may be a mother of third world war. The world needs to stop this. Diplomacy and dialogues must be promoted, and whatever has happened, that should be uh, that should be given due consideration. But at the same time, Iran should be convinced that it should not adopt aggressive mode, and the problem of Middle East must be solved, including Gaza. Two nation theory, two nation plan should be implemented. These all you have to address the problem of the region, not country by country. So this is the solution of the problem. Otherwise, if it escalates, it will enter into danger zone.
Thank you, Dr. Zakir Hussein, for giving your perspective about the evolving situation in the Middle East. As you have said, that dialogue and diplomacy is a must to calm down the situation in the Middle East and to bring peace and prosperity in the region, which is very essential for the economy of the world. Thank you.